what does Wi-Fi in the middle of Starbucks mean? It became, hey, this is where we hang out. What does the constant increasing of bandwidth mean? Well, we could deliver movies to your home whenever you want it. The implications of this and understanding what the technology is going to drive forward and determine what the toaster is what the point is. And you can't look to others and saying, what do you think? As an executive, you're the one that's driving the wheel when the blast shield drops. And it's important for you to think about this. But even more important from a cybersecurity standpoint, it's not the US military that's going to be protecting the country when bad things happen. Whether you realize it or not, every organization out there is the actual front lines when it comes to a future cyber war. Financial, healthcare, critical infrastructure, power, food delivery, your grocery store, if they can't resupply. You saw this in the car industry this past summer. They couldn't register their vehicles. They had to go back to pen and paper. The entire taxation of vehicles in states was in jeopardy because a single ransomware attack took off the binding network that had connected all the finances of all these dealerships. And they were rushing. It's because they thought it would only take 3 days to get back up online, and it took 3 weeks. Had to go to pen and paper within a week, having individuals rush over to register the cars and vehicles, and you can see what I'm getting here. Every industry is now the front line in any pending cyber war, meaning, going next page, people's lives depend on you learning this stuff. Everyone's like, well, that's kind of extreme. I don't really think so. Do you think the US military is able to defend your network? They're defending theirs. They're able to do offensive stuff because of Title 10, Title 50, but who's protecting you to make sure your stuff doesn't fall over like Jenga? Your stuff needs to be up, reliable, and again, why cybersecurity industry is still exploding is because the front line exists now deep into the heart of every industry that's out there. So when you talk about thinking through the future here and what you're going to be required to do, is you need to be able to drop the blast shield and be able to see the cones in front of you, make decisions. Now, not in months, not to let's do a Gartner analysis and be able to figure out what the right decision is going to be. DeepSeek implementation, you see how fast that happened. Your business survival, in addition to weighing the security risks, are going to be based off of the ability for you to understand it's no longer anticipate or perish. It is truly AI or die. And I'm not the one who coined that. Google's former CEO, Eric Schmidt, in multiple interviews, is saying this to every organization that's out there. AI or die. You should put it on a t-shirt. You should have this stuck on your monitor to always remind yourselves, what are you doing next to learn and educate yourself? Going back to Alvin Toffler, this is my favorite quote and the entire reason I included his reference in the material. So I wanted this slide. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. For those of you saying, hey, I don't need to learn anything anymore, buckle up. There is no book, there is no amount of individuals you could go tap into out there that is going to meet the velocity of the understanding of the market, the community, capabilities, and decisions that need to occur for AI.